All right, so I think we can probably start. So the first thing that I think we should talk about is why it is that we take a pattern from a garment. Essentially looking at our motivation to do that, and therefore that will dictate to some degree the way you do it and the amount of care that you take during the process. So initially, when you find a garment that you like, or to some degree that you like, there's generally elements that you want from that garment, and there are elements that you don't. Now this may be from fit, it might be little details that you've seen that are really interesting, it could be a combination of both, general sense of proportion. But whatever it is, you've picked that garment for a reason, and there's something that you want out of it. The mistake that you can often make, which gets you to a point where you lose some of the intrinsic quality of what the garment was in the first place, is you start trying to change it as you go along. So in the process of copying a garment, I think I would generally advise that you stick as closely to what it is to begin with as what you've actually got in front of you. By doing that, you end up with an initial starting point, which is the original garment, and then from that point you can start to alter that pattern, you can start to play with different ideas. So in effect, you've got a master, you've got the first thing that you really liked. Then you can either twirl it and you can start playing around with that and start chopping it and changing it and so on. Or you can take elements that you like from that pattern and you can start to move it on. But I think as soon as you start trying to adjust it as you go along, thinking this proportion's not quite right, that one's not quite right, at some point you quite often lose the essence of what it was that you actually began with and what you liked.